Michael Carberry and Glenn Maxwell took very different approaches to helping Hampshire save their LV County Championship match with promotion rivals Worcestershire on the last day at New Road. The visitors had a lot of work to do to leave Worcester with a draw when they started the final morning on 31-1 in their second innings, still trailing by 152 runs after being asked to follow on by Daryl Mitchell. Carberry, who'd made a golden duck in the first innings, resumed his second one on 22, and he started the morning in an encouraging fashion after he came out to the middle without his overnight partner Danny Briggs, who'd headed home for the birth of his first child. Instead, it was Will Smith who helped the total up to 66 with Carberry before he was bowled shouldering arms to Charlie Morris. Morris also got the big wicket of James Vince, who was trapped in front for 16, a wicket which left Hampshire on 88 for 3, still 95 runs behind an hour into the day. Carberry showed the England team what they left out by playing a crucial anchor role. A 4 down to third man off Morris took him to his third 50-plus score of this championship summer, and it had come off 106 balls, that being his 10th boundary. Talking of boundaries, Maxwell hit plenty. He hit 4s off his 3rd, 5th, 6th and 8th deliveries, and then to his 15th he planted Syed Ajmal over the mid-wicket boundary for a 6. Ajmal had taken 8 wickets on the previous day, and many would have been expecting him to win this important game for his team, but he hadn't planned on Maxwell coming out and attacking him from the off. Ajmal wasn't the only bowler to suffer at the hands of the Australian, however. Maxwell just evaded a fielder at long on to race to a 50 off only 40 balls. As well as his 1-6, he'd also helped himself to 8 4s, including 4 in a single over from Ajmal, who was not being treated with any kind of respect at all. It was a fantastic counter from Maxwell. Carberry also brilliantly negated the big threat of the Pakistani, and half an hour after lunch, he and his partner had removed the first innings deficit of 183. Now it was all about getting enough runs to back Worcestershire out of any chance of winning. This 6 off Shaikh Chowdhury, who also wasn't able to make the most of this last day pitch, took Carberry into the 90s, and his second 100 of the season and the 31st of his career was soon reached with a firm drive through the covers off the same bowler. It was just the innings his side needed from him as he got to 3 figures off 192 balls, an innings containing 17 4s and a 6. He was doggedly batting his side towards the safety line. Maxwell too looked as if he might make it to a ton at less than a run a ball as he continued to take on Ajmal when he could. This shot brought him his second 6 off the spinner. A one-day specialist these days, Maxwell has only ever managed 4 first-class hundreds in 28 games, and he was denied his 5th here when he was undone by a ball from Morris which didn't get up. In 33 overs, Maxwell, who was out for a run a ball 85, and his partner Carberry had added 149 runs, but the game wasn't safe yet, with a score on 237 for 4 and the lead standing at 54. Tea was fast approaching when Carberry's near 5-hour innings was ended on 125 by Joe Leach, who trapped the left-hander in front with another grubber, with Hampshire now 89 runs to the good. Tea was indeed taken 2 balls later, and so Hampshire now knew that another hour of batting would probably be enough. Worcestershire had the second new ball in their hands, and Mitchell set some interesting fields to try to grab the wickets his side needed, but Sean Irvine and Michael Bates were equal to all that was thrown at them. Amazingly, having taken 8 wickets on the previous day, Ajmal went through 28 overs on the last one without a single success, going at around 4 runs per over. And that figure would have delighted Hampshire, who ended at 5-5 on 321 for 5, too far ahead for Worcestershire to now force the win. Irvine made 42 and Bates 20. The visitors took 8 points to Worcestershire's 12, and that means that the 2 teams are now locked together at the top of the second division table. They are likely to be 33 points ahead of Surrey, who should win their match in Bristol on Thursday.